Hi students. Um, in the last couple of videos, I talked about hotel accommodation, right? We practice some dialogues. I hope you practice those dialogues. Just say those dialogues, all right? So today, in this video, we'll still continue with the hotel accommodation. Let me just quickly go through the types of accommodation. We talked about it, but still I want you to just remind yourself that these are the types of accommodation. Okay, so here we go. And we have the definition of accommodation. You should know what is an accommodation. Accommodate yourself. Like you're staying in a place. That place is the accommodation, just like hotel. And these are the types of accommodation. Hotel is like the most popular accommodation is hotel. There are hotels in all the countries, all the cities, right? Yeah, because people travel and they stay in hotels. But of course, with this time, I know if you're watching in 2020, this month is May, and the Corona crisis is still going on. People are not really traveling, and it's not advisable to travel. And as I know, the hotel business, I am sure they're also not doing great. But I hope all these things all get better. Okay. All right. So these are the types of accommodation. Hotel is one, and then motel. Taichung has a lot of motels too. Yeah. So the motel concept is a bit different from, I think, different countries. In fact, countries like America, the motels are a lot cheaper, yeah, than hotels. But I find in Taiwan, motels maybe a little bit more, I don't know, but some hotels maybe are cheaper, yeah, or more expensive than the hotels, yeah. Of course, the hotels, they have different stars, like 3-star hotel or 5-star hotel. It depends on the stars. But anyway, these are the types of accommodation: hotel, motel, B&B. We talked about B&B, right? Yeah, bed and breakfast. And then inn, that was like a long time back. People used to stay in inns. They had all the facilities, so it used to be called inns. Even some hotels' names could be like Jack Inn or Marco Inn. Yeah. All right. So that's about inns, and the other accommodations are hostel, youth hostel. Backpackers, they stay in youth hostels because it's a lot cheaper. I think as you know, they have a men's youth hostel or women's youth hostel, so you can find accommodations, and it's all quite cheap. But then you have to share the room. They have the bunk beds. Like on top of you, someone must be sleeping there, or someone might stay there. You have the common bathrooms or common kitchen. Yeah. So those are the hostels, okay, youth hostels. Yeah. And then we have the lodge. The lodge is, I think it's kind of B&B. And right now there are new types of accommodations too. Like you can go to somebody's house, and then they have this small room in their house, and they rent that small room, and just not just one room, maybe a couple of rooms, like 4 or 5 rooms, and then people stay there. I have stayed in a couple of places like that in Taitung. The family runs it's a house, yeah, and then they have separate rooms in the house, and the separate rooms are just like the hotel rooms, and you can just go and stay, and then they cook breakfast for you in the morning, and so even that kind of accommodations, yeah. And then Airbnb or Air this is so many new accommodation or accommodative places are there. And the last one is the campsite. Campsites are also it's a kind of accommodation. You have all the camping gear. I have camping gears too. I go camping once in a while. I go with my family and then stay on top of a mountain for a couple of days. If I have long holidays, then stay there for 2 days at least. And then the campsite, of course, you rent the campsite. And right now in Taiwan, they have many beautiful campsites. There are so many of them. A few years ago, there were not many, but now everywhere I think you can find campsites. I think that's one way to just relax yourself. Okay, so these are the types of accommodation, and I want to show you a couple of websites. Yeah. It's just an example. There are hundreds of them, and there are popular ones. There are like top 5, top 10 popular websites. And this website, again, it's a Taiwanese website. As you can see, it's in English. That's why I wanted to show you. Yeah. You can check it out. Yeah, see, look at the website. And now the coronavirus problem, so that you have that picture, the bear. I think it's a bear, right? Yeah, like covering its mouth, having a mouth mask. Yeah. And if you see search now, and then the hotel names, or like the destination, or where you want to book, what kind of like quality rooms you want to have, see, almost all the details are here, right? So anyway, again, as I said, I just want to introduce a website in Taiwan in English. Okay, so this is one, and there's other one that I remember in one of the videos I talked about it, but then I didn't explain much. But then I thought, okay, why not just to show you the website? Okay, just let me show you the website, and you can have a look. This is the couch surfing. It's quite cheap. You become a member of this site or a website, and then you offer a couch for your guests. How cool is that, right? So I have a couch in my house, and then you kind of, you stay free. I mean, you're staying there for no money. I mean, you're not paying money. And they have these members, the couch surfing members. So you, again, as you can see, you have to type your first name, last name, you create an ID, and sign up, and then stay with locals and meet travelers. So just check it out and see whether you could stay in like a place like this. Yeah, especially students. Yeah, when they again don't have much money, I think this is one easy way to travel and enjoy traveling and meeting new people, and also knowing the hosts. Yeah, I think it would be interesting. Yeah. All right, so a couple of websites. I think that's good enough. Accommodations and ways to find accommodations when you travel to other countries, or even travel within your country. Okay. All right, students, I think that's good enough for now. And thank you. I'll see you in the next video.